Welcome back to Disco Elysium, where we just were in the middle of a conversation with this cryptozoologist fascist guy.
Always a pleasure to see an officer
The crypto
of the
fascist.
law. I mean, officers.
Asshole. You know anything about the man hanged behind the burning rakes? I told you everything I know, sir. I'm truly sorry for the mug, but I have nothing to do with that. He shifts uncomfortably in his clothes. Uncomfortable shifting around doesn't make him the killer, though. It's something else. Yeah, he has the armor. I have the armor thought. That gives me 1 point here. Are you a cryptozoologist too? No, I help Morrow with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way, but I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own. After all this time with Morrell, he must have an opinion on cryptids. This could lead to a good one. I'm into cryptids. Do you have a favorite? Oh yes, the burning rhino. Morrow doubts he's real, but I don't much care, because I won't be the one looking for him out in Safra Serai. What's that? A rhinoceros that looks ordinary during the day but burns brightly by the night. Well, at least the males do. How do they burn? They have special ducts just above their shoulder blades that secrete a combustible fluid. When the rhino is just beginning to light itself, it looks as though it has wings of fire. But how is this combustible fluid lit? How does the lighting of this fluid actually work? The rhino starts running fast to build heat, then stops, raises its head, and sparks fly from its neck, setting its back ablaze. I want to be just like that rhino, running through the night with guns blazing. We don't really do that around here. Perhaps I should have more such decisive action on Revocal. You know, this city used to be Flaming Rhino once a long time ago. Why only the mayors? The flames are not just for decoration, they are an integral part of the beast's mating behavior. How so? During the Burning Rhino's mating season, herds of female rhinos all aflame encircle herds of male rhinos all aflame encircle herds of female rhinos, forming a fiery ring as they begin to copulate loudly. Local peasants call it the passion ring. They fear the rhinos, as perhaps they should. Anyway, the lieutenant sighs without looking up from his notes. It's clear the burning rhino is dear to him on many levels, some even spiritual. So you were surprised to see my colleague Kixoragi. Not many Zeolites here or anywhere other than Seol. I meant no offense, truly. Do you remember how when we met Measurehead and I said the next races will be the really good one? Yes. Well, he gestures towards Gary as though he were presenting a word of art. This is that racist. Yes. Will you grant us 3 wishes, Gary? Hey man, all I meant was there are not many Zeolites around here. I'm just stating facts. Do you have a problem with Zeolites? No problem at all. So Gary, you live nearby in an apartment in Martinez? Sure do, officer. His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going. Have you found your door open lately? In my home, yes. When I was going to... How did you know? Mr. Everett thought it necessary to unlock your apartment. Mr. Clare unlocked my apartment? No, I did, per his request. So you work for Everett Clare. Officer, please tell him we're good. No one... Tell him I'll make up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muzzle after me. The man looks around, whispering. It makes sure no one hears you talk. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but he doesn't like you. I probably talking too loud in the whirling the other night about some theories. Stupid, shouldn't have run my mouth loud like that. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can. This scared him proper. He is positively melting from fear. He has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together. The weather vane has returned. He cannot be unturned. He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have to change his mind about the whole door-opening operation. Okay, that's good for my composure, and now I can really do the composure stuff. We have -1 composure for my grief, so I should put these pants on. And what's else for composure? There was the windbane jacket thing, which I can't see in here. There it is. I think that's everything I have for composure. I could look at them. Okay, none of those.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Okay, we got a high chance of 83% now. Why is he shifting around like that? Analyze Gary's composure. That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together if something is ready to rip out from underneath. Something worn underneath it? Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example, one that makes clinking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marble stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives. I see you're a connoisseur of high-quality combat gear. He freezes, then sighs heavily. I knew you'd figure it out, officer. I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. He unbuttons the shirt. You see gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlocking plates covers his gaunt torso. I was ashamed of what I did, and I didn't want you to know. We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth. This shame is surprisingly sincere. Gary, what's going on? Morel, I've got apologizing to do. No, you've got explaining to do. Give me that armor, now. He sighs again, hangs his head and unbuttons his shirt fully. A cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view as soon as it's in your hand, smelling of his sweat. But so light-toed, like a bag of cotton. Why did you really put those clothes in the trash? Everyone was picking those pieces of him, and I was watching them do it, and they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling. He looks at his feet. So I went there to take out my trash and started cleaning up all those wrecks on the ground, him springing up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought he's a foreigner. They'll all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it would give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have. Fuck. It's okay. It was a loose end and you're tying it up now. I'm so fucking sorry I caught you, yellow man. Zeolite officers commanded the Suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when they were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions. Why did you lie to me, Gary? Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but... The hell, Gary? Are you in trouble? I'll explain later. He doesn't muster up the strength to yell. You know who killed the hanged man? I would have thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore. This is all he knows. Are we done here, Gary? Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. He looks around, relieved of some burden. I won't mess with Mr. Clay either. You have my word. Battle point. Got every single Monday quest done. Okay. So, we're still missing the pants. This virtuous animal curse fits snugly and redistributes kinetic energy across its countless white plates. Amazingly, it fits under your coat, and it also makes pretty porcelain sounds when shaken. Gives volition and pain threshold, but minus empathy. We got that. Also, we can put our stuff back on, which is the shiver thing. And the power boots. That's okay. What else? Okay, I have 3 parts of the 4-part thing, so I'm missing the trousers. Or pants or whatever, his leggings. Okay. Pain, threshold and volition. Wait, taking... What was I wearing before? That's conceptualization, yes? Yeah, okay, we could also take that. I did get rid of the -2 suggestion thing, yeah? Which was that. I can't even look at it again. I think we're done here.
I mean...
Okay, we're done here. So let's look for the traps, not the one that he is standing at. Here, one of the traps. But there's a trap in the reeds at your feet, looks like the same one you saw Morris set before. Same mesh, same wiring. Look around. Behind you, a ruined residential building moves over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades, nowhere for junks and adventurous teenagers to hide. No, only the wind blows. Reach for the trap. Locusts are coring around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivores, reed phasmid gorging on them. Big surprise. The lieutenant grins mirthlessly. Anyway, 1 down, 3 to go. No need to grin, I'm not expecting to find anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air. I meant no offense, just the lieutenant doesn't know how to finish the sentence. He looks at you, putting the trap back to the ground. We inspected one of the traps, okay. There was a thing here where I needed... physical instrument. No, paint threshold? Paint threshold, it said, yeah? Which would be you. Oh, the other things for paint threshold are also in the shirt tab. No, that's physical instrument. I don't have anything for paint threshold. Wait, how does that look? Great. It looks really great to have the necktie over that. I didn't really look at it at first. Great. So I assume you're gone now. Yeah, but I don't look at that trap because he just set it up. One is on Land's End, which is supposed to be north of here. So let's not go into the church or the shelter or to the radio tower. Just look around to the north of it, because we have a time limit for the library thing. The sign reads Sam Brun 1147. You feel the shadow of the very large building fall on you. Dusty pews in the shadow, many seem to be missing. An altar shrouded in dark, or something like that, it's too dark to tell. So this is the church that my dream told me to come to. Let's look behind it first. Okay, there's directly the coast. And we can't go right behind it, we can only go left, okay. There's a rock. Can I take that rock? Yes. The rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. The building before you housed the engine must have been a big one. The chain trails off into the ocean and to who knows where. The barrel has been recently discarded, smells of fuel oil. Wow. An outdoor worn by elements guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see the handle. What is this thing anyway? It's military service depot of some sort. Used to service what? The washerman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might well be it. Could this structure have been used to take the shot? From here to the whirling? I can't see how. The church is in the way. Okay. I need to come back with interfacing. And I already have the two interfacing gloves on. We get a white polo shirt for rhetoric and money. The shirt looks worn and smells a bit. You can't help but wonder who would leave it stuffed in a tear container. What kind of man would even wear a polo shirt? This might be one of the life's mysteries that never be solved. They're making fun of so many persons wearing polo shirts when clearly none of them are ever the kind of person playing polo, because no one plays polo. You need a horse for that. You don't just have a horse. A familiar apparatus lies among the reeds, another one of Moray's traps weighed down by stones to keep it in place. The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. Reachwald. Also full of panicked locals, no sign of cryptozoological beasts inside. Another empty trap. How are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself. Always up for the good jog, otherwise would I still be on this case with you? He smiles and raises his collar. It's windy. And we've searched the second one. Okay. There's more up here. Cigarette butts cleaned away under a rock, brand humanitarian. You take a mental note. Humanitarian seems important somehow. Okay, this seems important. Someone made a campfire here a long time ago. A rusted broken control box for the radio relay tower. This ladder is too rusty to climb. The sea air has eaten away at it. Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? It's just some urban detritus, a bottle and dilapidated old Combs tower. In the distance you can hear the breakers roar. I don't see it, Lieutenant Double Geffreteur. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there in the whirling and wrecks. Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator to warm his hands before pulling the trigger, perhaps, but anyone could have made this. The coast is packed with fires this time of year. Truthfully, it seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful, there's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out B double prime, was it? Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower taking the shot there. It's not possible to climb that ladder even if it were. Why? There's no platform up there to aim from. What about the cigarette butts? Those? A smoking assailant who faces geometry to Astra Adrene? Cigarette butts are everywhere, this common brand for old men. Still, you felt it's important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast. Look over the water to the whirling wrecks. They are 1.2 kilometers over the wave-crossed bay. Through heavy dark grey curtains of rain you see the smallest rectangle barely visible. A glowing light on the 3rd floor of the whirling wrecks. With binoculars you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender. This relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely. And we have a scented scarf, which gives me shivers but minus physical instrument. This light springtime scarf smells like men's cologne mixed with sheep laundry detergent. Someone must have left it behind, probably from a date. Wear it if you want to delude yourself that spring has arrived. Tiny inlets there, off far in the distance where the post trail towards something. Not the posts, the posts. But whatever. Do I see something from here? Okay. What should I check? Boardwalk. Yeah, but for that we have to make the shivers thing, I think. To recognize the ladder that's blatantly, obviously right next to it. And if we interface that door, we'll find where the gun came from, I assume. We still have the rest of the coast here. Go south first. A school of fish huddle around the fence post, then scatter into the dark. Money. Before you, drawbridge can only be lowered from the other side. full of holes. Could these posts hide treasure? Look inside. Cents. Also fat. 65 cents. 25 cents. Magnesium. Money. Money. That's a lot of money here. Okay, so this is something interesting too, but I think we have to get here. Oh, that's interesting. I wouldn't have seen that. We can't go anywhere here. Must have taken a lot of patience to do this. Ah, this is a... what's it? The kern? Yellow moss on these stones? They're probably stolen from someone's garden. Painted with pastels. Someone's trying to bring sheer into the world. More tribalist markings. This post is covered in little humanoids. A post screwed into the ice kept the tent erect. Trash from some unending party. This is someone's home away from home, just like yours. Lower the drawbridge. A pane of Eternite has been planted into the snow. 2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough. What is this? It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient. Push it over. We should ask that girl on the ice what's going on here. He gestures towards the young woman next to the tent. That's a woman? And she's young? I thought that was an old guy. But, yeah, might have been blonde instead of grey. A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing you approach, she looks up.
Hello there.
It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be freezing. Dear child, it's freezing. Where's your hat? Maybe she didn't hear you a little louder. I said you should have a hat on. I should. And I do.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
It's nice. You should wear one too if you plan on staying outside in this weather.
Look, man, fuck the hat.
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of law. Is that kind of language really necessary?
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
There's a pained expression on her face. She'll answer your questions now. Have you seen a red-haired woman around? No, just no. It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast. What's your name? Acele. Her hair is dyed blonde with dark roots showing. There's a coarseness to her features, some masculinity below the timidness. And your surname? Why, I'm from the police. It's for the paperwork. It's Burger. Acele Burger. You have little reason to doubt that's her real name, but she's not at all surprised by this cop show questioning, is she? What's that device you have there? It's a portable recording device. It's for field recording, low quality, but still. And the wires? Actually, just one wire. I picked it on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. What's a contact microphone? A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this eyes. Your mangled brain would like you to know there's a boxer called Contact Mic. Yeah, your mangled brain would like you to know there's a boxer called Contact Mic. Yeah, any news about my wife's name? How about my mother? Nope. You're welcome. Does this have anything to do with Contact Mic? Yeah, I record stuff with it. No, I meant the boxer. Ah no, there's a contact microphone. It's for recording inside solid objects. Contact Mic just beats people up. You know, Contact Mic doesn't just beat people up. Contact Mic is a role model. An entire litany spews forth. On second thought, Screw Contact Mike, he's not a champion, you are. Look at you here in front of a saggy tent, picking your nose to drug addict music. The world of sports is in awe of your faith and dedication. Man, you're one weird cop. This isn't about me, this is about your lack of respect for one of boxing's greats, and for yourself. What is it with you and this Mike guy? Okay, it floats like your boat. If it floats like your boat, If it floats your boat, I will be more like Contact Mike and less like me. What? It's time again to return to... Wow, that's a lot of minus. It's time again to once again to return to the 20 things you like to say about Contact Mike, the boxer who is apparently a paragon of open competition. It really doesn't get any better than this. Any better? Both inside and outside the ring. Stop. Point at someone in the distance. Point your finger at him. He will point his finger back at you, vaulting an impossible goal for finance and privilege too. What the fuck? Self-respect is not meant to float any boats but your own. I keep that in mind for future use. How does that thing work? The mic, somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The box said it only picks up structure-borne sounds, if you like technobabble. Where did you get the mic from? Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. And what's that? Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug addict shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck. Something about it really cheers up, it's a long way from here. Sounds interesting. Who is this Arno guy? Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know what Van Eyck, you wouldn't know Van Eyck, or really be a Elysium going kind of person. Hey, didn't Pissfoot and fuck the word mention Van Eyck too? Is it like a skull thing? Man, you sound like 100 years old when you say that. No you don't, she's mistaken you for an old person, so you say you're cool. I get down. I grind. Nor do I. I don't know what that means. Nor do I, but I have concrete evidence that I rock, in the form of a wrecked tape player and a completely trashed hotel room. That's cool. She breathes on her finger, looks like she doesn't know what to say. You're right, time has deserted me. Sucks, man. Was there something else about the contact mic, perhaps? Some non-mic questions. What are you doing out here in the court? Recording. What are you recording? I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell, not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound. Wait, what happened to the headphones? My boyfriend stole them. What for? I don't know. Man, things, just stuff you need for life. A lie, they were probably pawned off for something suspicious. And what are these recordings for? The cracks, the footsteps? The musicians in the Elysium use them for making music. They loop the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out of cracks in the ice and key strangling. Crazy sounds like that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be like a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer. She looks at the recording device, the thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish, very useless all of a sudden. Take this, you're cold. The lieutenant begins to take off his jacket. No man, fuck that. I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck. It's okay. I give her my hat. Here, you need this more than I do. Thanks. She puts it on. It's a bit large for her. You said it's supposed to be a music place? What is? That. The boy thinks, at the church, think it could be a place like the Elysium or something stupid. It's really not going to be a Elysium, that's for sure. The boys? Yeah, Andre and the guys, they're inside, in the tent. And why is that? Why they're freezing out here while the boys are inside. Why are you freezing out here while they are inside? They got too much stuff crammed in around, no room. Stuff like what? Music stuff mostly, like this tape recorder but bigger and there's piles of it? You mean like those headphones your boyfriend sold? Yep, they were pretty. I'm sorry we sold those. Why not just leave some of it outside so you don't have to freeze? That stuff's more expensive than I am. More expensive than any of us really. Doesn't matter, I can take the coat. I had some other questions. You seem surprisingly comfortable with being questioned. Why is that? Well, it's just questioning, right? You question me, it's what cops do. Have you been questioned before? Once or twice, yeah. I'm sorry I haven't had the radical experience they get east of the river. What's east of the river? Rich people are east of the river. Who are these rich people? They sound wonderful. I'd like to be one too, no. I bet they're really rich. They must be very special people to be so rich. Oh, they are, and I'm scum. I'm scum too. So what trouble have you gotten into with the police? Usually I had shitty run as a teenager. What's the usual? You know, drinking, getting into fights, the ugly stuff that happens when you move out of your parents' place at 13 in Faubourg. Interesting term. Time to glean some knowledge. What is in Faubourg? Is it a rhetorical question? No, I literally can't remember even the most basic terms sometimes. Bullet Hand steps in Faubourg, not in Faubourg, is a magic banlieue south of Jamrock Quarter. It is the largest ghetto in Rivercourt, probably in the world. I know what Jamrock is, but let's say I didn't. We're Jamrock, sort of. Martinez called North Jamrock. Sometimes Jamrock is also a ghetto, only smaller than Faubourg. And why did you have to move out when you were so young? My dad was a drunk, plus I guess I just wanted to drink too, you know, get my party on. Drinking, partying, disco music are bad for... No, I get that, I'm a major party animal myself. Major. Alright. Tell me more about this music place you've been planning in the church. It's supposed to become like a club for anodic dance music, like that new style of synthesizer stuff they play at the Elysium. Except that, yeah. As a man, she looks at the wooden shirts up the post. As the mean wind comes bellowing in, the 6-story structure lets out a doleful shriek. The floorboards are twisting and the shooting beams are slowly cracking like bones. Far east of the Golden Delta, beyond the industrial port, there's a black patch of unlit coast with the smallest creatures on the ice. There will never be a club for anodic music here. Not in a million years. What's anodic dance music? You know, anodic cathodic music that's made with electric instruments. Like what? Synthesizers and tape consoles, microcomputers, anything that uses electricity but isn't guitars. Also found sounds. Stuff like that. You see clear, beautiful, violent flashes of light cutting through smoke-filled darkness. That is what the future will look like, if it ever comes. So you want to turn the church into a club. I know. It's not my idea. Andrew and the boys found the place. It wasn't supposed to be deserted, but now they can't even take it. Hey, you two are cops? Yes. Why do you ask? Okay, well, maybe you could talk to Andrew and the guys, because there are some strange things going on in that church. If you're police, you should look into it. I'll talk to them. They're inside of that thing there. She points to the tent. Would be cool if you did. Was there something else? Enough about the church then. I had another question. Wait, what was that, Shaq? So I can dress up for empathy? Okay. Dressing up for empathy. I need a cap now. That's a logic cap. I have empathy sunglasses somewhere. I'm pretty sure of that. And also, wasn't that? No, that was minus empathy. That's empathy. That's empathy. Takes the time to go through my stuff. Ah, the Cuirass has minus. So just throwing anything else on like this.
Hello again.
Okay, maximum chance. I gave her a head and I'm more like Contact Man now. The tape recorder lies on the ice like a discarded toy. Pick it up. The device is still warm from a touch, as heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo Omicron adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hand. I'm sorry you have to sit here on the ice feeling miserable at your age or at any age in this weather, waiting for it to get dark. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The people who built this world intended it to be better for you, but they failed. It is easier to live in their failure with this by your side. The wind hosts. She remains silent. It's real, Teller. It's not a childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now. What is? I'm once again reminded of how Contact Mice rose from the slums of San Baptiste to the top of the boxing world, overcoming adversity and serious brain trauma. Nothing is coming, nothing he wouldn't knock out in 3 rounds. The real fight is for the right attitude. I can't believe this turned into another Mike thing. Fine, okay, I'll stick to it. I'll knock it out in 3 rounds. She takes the device from you and places it in her laps. Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now, as an equal, a fellow human being. So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? You said eating me? There's no eating me. Come on, I can tell. But okay, be a boyadero about it if you want to. I guess there's something that's been making my life hell. What is it? What is it? She listens intently. Moralist, racist, ultra-liberal, or communist. Can't I say something normal? I think it's the plight of the working class. The goal of capital runs rampant, smashing creator and slave alike. I fear the process is irreversible. Wow, social injustice really matters that much to you? That's commendable. It really has had you shaken up there. Are you sure that's it, though? I haven't seen much of this world, but from what I've seen, social justice is an adolescent term. Sounds almost liberal. What's got me shaken up is the people's struggle, and it's got me shaken up bad. Yeah, man, they're pretty bad. It makes me sick thinking about the thousands, millions, billions. How many people are there actually? How many people are there in the world? 3.6 billion, not counting those in Seoul. Really, that many? Reduces me to tears thinking of the 3.6 billion, God knows how many more in Seoul place, in that Seoul place crushed under the tyranny of the market. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Are you sure you're not just hung up on some chicks, though? Perhaps. Now that you've mentioned it, I found these letters I had thrown in the trash. They might have something to do with it. Okay, why do you think that? First, they had just the faintest scent of chewing gum on them. I could still smell it under the shit. Wow, man. That's pretty symbolic, don't you think? Yes, I found that to be very symbolic too. They were written in a woman's hand, and oh boy did reading them make me not feel good. There you have it then. Chick trouble, not political after all. Who was she? I don't remember. Really? You seem pretty upset about this chic guy. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her? I remember her scent, and that's all. Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you? Yeah, I'm sure. Why would I have reacted so strongly otherwise? How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Wait, what do you mean by selective memory? Man, when I get hurt, I just want to forget that shit, you know, that kind of selective memory. I think it's more about me getting so unbelievably drunk I completely erased all memory of this word. Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did so much booze that I forgot too. It's obviously she's done more than booze. Or it might be just a psych bullshit like, you know, Königstein wank. What's this Königstein wank? You know, the psych thing they've got going on there? Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. Thanks for the bullshit psych thing, man. You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten, though. Just my opinion. If it itches, don't scratch. Yes, but it itches really bad. Okay. I can put on better stuff now. I want my Shivers jacket back. I want my power armor back. That every time gives me a point of morale when I do that. That's why it gives the ding. What else do I have? I have a logic people. A logic head. That's everything I got for my head. No, that. And the orange bum. Okay, so I'm taking the people. Going around with found stuff. So I'm taking a mental note of this tent over here and the church. That's the two places on the whole map that I haven't entered. So Ruby must be hiding somewhere around here. But we are off to get to that place where we had where we can call the library. Takes a moment to get there. And we have so much other stuff to do there too. And I'm always completely forgetting about what have I done already, what do I have to do. Still. I can buy her the headphones back. Let's see, she pawned them, so I might be able to get them back. What else is in here? We have those things, and I don't have 500 for the street lamp.
Hello, hello. Let me know if...
Okay, he doesn't sell them. What else do we have to do? Speak to Lena. Oh, I must have run past the third trap on my way back. Let's do the traps. I can't believe that I put my hat away. That I gave her the encyclopedia hat. This trap's not too hard to spot once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist. Look around. The reeds bend forlorn near towards the sand. Some tufts have been crushed. The broken stalks seem like rebuke. The sound of the city center hums in the east. A constant distant song. Louder on this part of the coast, nearer someone. There's that coat again, always the coat. Reach for the trap. Nothing but locusts in the trap. Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done. You getting tired? No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just... The sentence ends there because he's short-winded. Haha! I'm exhausting him. Okay, then, more of this. Go to the fourth one, not to the children. Should be below this building. Okay. Last one. The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. The later it gets, the colder remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out, you feel strange somehow. Reach for the trap. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locusts. No phasmid either, but still. It's empty. Mora didn't leave it empty. No, not yet. Look closer. Well, that bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster though. Unless you see one in there, just see an empty trap. The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Looks like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground. Actually, I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap. Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist or something else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not. You're right, but yeah, it probably wasn't the plasmid, but still, Morel needs to know. We did sort of promise to tell them, didn't we? A cold gust of air drives your sweaty face and you look at the dark shadow, the field building in the distance, drawing you to it. What a strange sensation once this is done. Should you try to ask again? So Shivers is pointing me to this building. Okay. Let's see. Could you have seen something like the cryptid?
Hello, isn't this a fine...
Nope. This is a big Shivers thing. Found the empty trap. Gives me +3. But, well, I can only give me one more Shivers point, that's it. Wait, one with this, one with a skill, and one... How many skill points? Okay, let's look into getting the litany of contact mic on. What do we not want? This here, -1 rhetoric. Hand-eye coordination passives would be great. What else do we have? This pain threshold. I shouldn't have dropped the thing that gives me 10 XP per, but whatever. I don't need hand-eye coordination, I think. Maybe I'll need it at the end. Let's wait for the date of birth generator. And we can learn hand-eye coordination now. Let's give that a point. Why not? The interesting thing is, what if I learn that to 3 and then forget the thought? Will it return to 2 or will it stay at 3? Okay, let's go to Morel. And talk to the library. About the library case. And talk to Glacia. So, we'll do all of that in the next episode, starting with the library and the woman that lost her husband, then Morel, then Glacia. So, see you the next time, see you tomorrow, and have a nice day.